Such poise! Such noise!
Hey everyone, welcome back to It's Game Week, and we're back with another episode. And we had one of the best fixtures of the season, Manchester United versus Arsenal. I have Nilesh Bhai with me, of course, the Arsenal OG fan, looking bright after the injury time. So Nilesh Bhai, क्या हाल चाल? How was the match?
All good, Vamsi. How are you?
बढ़िया.
देखो मेरे पीछे एकदम यू नो आर्सेनल आर्सेनल रेड रेड दिख रहा है.
Yes, yes,
ए,
that.
मजा आ गया लेकिन यार क्या गेम था.
Yes, I enjoyed the game a lot, but I felt um Arsenal weren't up to the mark. Like like if we divide the match, right? So पहले 25 minute 20 minute तो Arsenal were dominant. They should
हम्म.
have actually scored in that. So I think that is a
हम्म.
very key area where Arsenal need to learn how to finish. And
हम्म.
this guy, I was saying Martinelli was not, I mean, he didn't seem good until the first 3 or 4 matches. Oh my God, Martinelli looked so dreadful. Like, pehle 20 minute mein, I knew a goal was coming in which Martinelli would be involved. Like, very sure about that. Very sure. His crosses or his through balls on the left flank were really good.
But I think so. The game was like a game of chess. I felt both the teams were sussing each other out. It was like a boxing match.
Hmm.
Um, Starting, I think 15-20 minutes, it was all Arsenal, but Arsenal were creating chances, but we're not finishing. We're not finishing them. And then again, we give away a stupid goal. One turnover of possession in the midfield, and Christian Eriksen is through. He plays this lovely ball to Rashford, and the moment Rashford gets the ball, right, the moment he reaches that penalty box, I had one thing in my mind: ये तो ball, ये तो पक्का goal मारेगा.
But
हाँ?
what a through ball that was. Like Ericsson, I was like, wow, like that is like prime Ericsson thing there.
Exactly. I mean, how can you give so much time to Ericsson on such a critical part of the ground, and
Hmm.
he is completely free and he just rolls it. वो बॉल ऐसे स्पिन होके उसके सामने आती है रैशफोर्ड के. और अगर तुम देखोगे वो गोल, तो जब वो बॉल बॉक्स में पहुंचता है, and then when he's positioning himself to take a shot, Ben White and William Saliba are standing back, just in front of each other, and the way they move, it's like a coordinated dance move. Both of them lift their legs at the same time to
Yeah.
make sure that they block Rashford's shot, but it touches Ramsdale's fingers and it goes in. And then the best part, चलो ठीक है, गोल मारा यार, मार दिया, ठीक है. हाँ. सबसे अच्छी बात थी कि यार वो लोग सेलिब्रेशन खत्म भी नहीं किया, तो तब से जाके हमने गोल मार दिया.
Yeah, 35 seconds, 35 freaking seconds.
35 seconds.
I was stunned. मैं उठ के मतलब ऐसे ही वॉशरूम कहीं जाने वाला था या कॉफी बनाने वाला था. I was just ठीक है, एक गोल मारा, थोड़ा चिल हो गया. Then like suddenly there was a goal. That was a really great goal.
भाई,
Uh,
आंद्रे ओनाना अपना सेलिब्रेशन भी खत्म नहीं किया था. वो गोल खा गया, उसके बाद वो बोला काम डाउन, काम डाउन.
he screamed so much throughout the match, saying, asking players to calm down. Uh,
या.
like, but see, what I was saying was like, see, Arsenal came into the season expecting to be title contenders. So I expected them to perform a little on like a better level. Maybe I was expecting this score line, but with ease. And United are, I think they're like average. Like they don't have their first, second, and third choices of defenders. Like now, yeah, Maguire or Evans खेल रहे हैं in 2023. Like imagine they were not even first choice last year. Like so
They were
if
the second choice last year.
yeah, yeah, so playing against them, I expected Arsenal to win like with a little ease, but if that offside went with United on United's way, right, the match would have been completely different. Like
Yes.
it would have been completely different. I think that was, I don't know who did that. Was it Gabriel जो वो Michael Jackson वाला
हाँ,
walk कर रहा
Gabriel Magalhaes. हाँ.
था? I think that was
He, he
cool.
just he just stood off like this.
Yeah, that was really cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, if that offside had went, you never know which way these offsides go these days. So if that had went United's way, the story would have been completely different.
I think you know what, if chalo, if Arsenal would have lost that game,
Mm.
you know, for the sake of argument, we would say let Arsenal lose that game, United win the game 2-1, the game is over, you know. But in the longer run, do you think Manchester United have got enough chops in them, you know, to build their season on top of it? I don't think so.
No,
I
no
think
way. No
so.
way. Yeah, because I have a list of things here. Like this is a list. First, second, and third choice center backs are injured. First
Hmm.
and second choice of left backs are injured. The
Hmm.
Glazers aren't selling. Considered
Hmm.
two late goals versus Arsenal to lose. Evans and Maguire in 2023. Ten Hag calling out Sancho. Sancho's statement against Ten Hag. And this guy, Anthony Marshall, has
Correct.
a domestic.
Not Marshall, not Anthony Marshall, Anthony.
Sorry, Anthony. Yeah. What is this? I forgot his first name.
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony.
Anthony. वो
Anthony.
केवल एंटनी है.
Yeah, Anthony has a domestic abuse case. Brazil dropped him from the squad. And
Hmm.
see, so much is going on at United right now. I don't think they'll have a great season for sure. They signed a few players. Or what is the Takla's name? Takla.
Sofyan Amrabat.
Amrabat. Yeah, Amrabat. Yeah. So, so clearly they have number 9 issues since ages. And अगर Rashford को अगर striker के position पे खिलाए तो you cannot get the best out of Rashford. We can see in Arsenal's game, like Rashford was better when playing on wing. Although Martial वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं कर रहा था, but Rashford is better on wing.
Uh, देखो, see, you know, talking about Arsenal, uh, I think they were in a position to take a draw at that point of time. You know,
Yeah.
when just before when United scored
Yes.
the offside goal. I think कहीं ना कहीं सिस्टम के अंदर वो आ गया था कि हाँ ड्रॉ चलेगा. लेकिन
Mm.
जब उन्होंने स्कोर कर दिया और वो ऑफसाइड हो गया ना,
Mm.
आई थिंक दैट वाज द किक टू आर्सेनल प्लेयर्स ने, भाई हम कर सकते हैं. एंड दे वर स्टिल लाइक 8-9 minutes. I
Mm.
think, you know, with this new rule, this new additional time rule, which has been introduced in the Premier League and all over the other leagues in the Europe as well, what has happened is that now people look at games in very different ways. You know, after 90th minute, the added time is another phase of the game.
Yeah, it's
You've
like
got another 10
30
minutes.
minutes you get. Yeah. It's like the 30 minutes you get in a draw game, which gets extended, extra time.
Exactly. That 10 minutes is another challenge that you need to overcome.
Mm.
And that is when, you know, you put your impact substitutes on.
Yeah.
मेरे को यहाँ तक लगता है कि मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड lost the game. See, if it was a very evenly balanced game in terms of how both the teams were approaching it,
Mm.
you know, but I think Arsenal wanted it more at that given point of time, and Arsenal got it. And I think this would kick start the season. You know,
Mm.
we have not been playing well. Gabriel Magalhaes was not in the team. Thomas Partey was playing right back. You know,
Mm.
there were a lot of chopping and changing here and there.
Yeah.
But now, what has happened is that the European transfer window is shut. Arsenal have a settled squad unless and until a crazy bid from Saudi Arabia does not come in. Right? So I think Declan Rice plays at the base of midfield, and there are two midfielders, be it Odegaard or Havertz, Odegaard and Havertz, and then you have a settled back four and a very good front three.
Yes.
अब टीम थोड़ी सेटल हो रही है. अब देखना, यू नो, गेम्स थोड़े और अच्छे होंगे, मेरे को ज्यादा लगता है
Mm.
आर्सेनल के.
I think Jesus का वापस आना भी was very critical for Arsenal. Like as I said, finishing improve होना चाहिए. I think Jesus will be contributing to that for sure.
Jesus is a very important player within the team. I think he does not contribute with goals, but
Mm,
he contributes with a lot more other things what people just don't see.
mm.
The moment Jesus came onto the field, he spun Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire from pillar to post.
Yeah,
भाई
yeah.
वो दादाजी लोगों की फट गई थी कि ये कौन आ गया. हाँ, जॉनी एवंस वो गैब्रियल मागालेश का कॉलर पकड़ के उसको गिरा रहा था और वो यूनाइटेड के चूतिए फैंस बोल रहे हैं कि उनको पेनल्टी चाहिए. वो
Mm.
रासमस हॉयलैंड, हाँ, गैब्रियल मागालेश को पकड़ के वो क्या बोलते हैं कि स्टनर दे रहा था. वो अपने को स्टोन कोल्ड स्टीव ऑस्टिन समझता है साला, 20 साल का डेनिश फॉरवर्ड. उनको उसके लिए पेनल्टी चाहिए था. वो टकला एरिक टेन हाग बोलता है कि साला वो हमने अलग कैमरा एंगल से देखा था और वो ऑफ साइड नहीं था.
ऑफसाइड का तो
भाई
अलग बोले, बट वो पेनल्टी नहीं था.
कौन सा वाला पेनल्टी?
पेनल्टी तो नहीं था.
काई हाइवर्ट्स वाला ना?
हाँ, काय हैवर्ट्ज, हाँ हैवर्ट्ज वाला, या
हाँ, काई हाइवर्ट्स वाला ना. हाँ ठीक है, चलो मानते हैं पेनल्टी नहीं था. पेनल्टी वाला वो नहीं था. वो रास्मस हॉयलैंड वाला पेनल्टी नहीं था. क्या क्या चूतिया मैनेजर है यार उनका.
आई थिंक, आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग विद सांचो. सांचो तो उसका बेटा था. लाइक ही वाज वेरी, लाइक, आई मीन दिस इज व्हाट, लाइक वी सॉ दिस इन वाज, हमारा कौन है, बॉक्स ऑफिस गाय, आई फॉरगॉट द
जोसे
नेम.
मौरिन्हो.
या, होजे मourinho एंड Pogba. Now you see between Sancho and Ten Hag, like how can somebody come out and say he was not up to the mark in training, like,
नहीं,
and
इट्स सिंपल नो.
Eric
इफ
Sancho comes out and says like that is not the case. So there's clearly something that's happening there, no?
एग्जैक्टली, आई मीन it's simple game of patience.
Mm.
And Jadon Sancho has, I think, you know uh treaded that line for too long, I guess.
But how
And
long is it, sir? Matlab, you see, I'll give you an example of patience. Like if you see, Foden is such a brilliant player, and usko 3-4 saal se he's not getting game time that he deserves. He knows there are better players. I mean, of course, cannot compare Manchester City and Manchester United, but Foden didn't get opportunities for so long, like so long, because they always had like players Sterling,
De Bruyne.
Aguero, De Bruyne. Now that De Bruyne is injured, he is getting enough time and he is showcasing. But जब भी मौका मिलता था, he used to perform. So I don't know what Sancho is up to.
So that's what I'm telling, right? Jadon Sancho एक तो कभी परफॉर्म नहीं किया.
Hmm.
दूसरी बात, एरिक टेन हाग ने उसको कितना मौका दिया. लास्ट ईयर
Hmm.
he had some personal issues and I don't know what. Jadon Sancho, अरे, Eric Ten Hag sent him to Holland
Yeah, for
for
training purposes, I believe.
some 15 days or 21 days camp. I
Hmm.
mean, I think Eric Ten Hag has done everything from his end to ensure that Jadon Sancho performs to a level which is needed at Manchester United.
He
I
gave
don't
it.
know where that level is, but I don't think so. Jadon Sancho is fulfilling that as well.
Hmm.
He's been horrible. He's been horrible for them. People talk about Nicholas Pepe, that 72 million pound signing for Arsenal, who flopped. I agree, he flopped. But
Hmm.
what about Jadon Sancho? He's an English player, because he's an English player, and that's the reason why no one talks about him.
Hmm. Yeah, he clearly. I mean, he was good, but I don't know what happened. Uh, Saka was relatively silent. I think Saka had two bad games in a row.
I wouldn't say bad games. I I would
Well,
suggest that our expectations from Saka
exactly.
is
Yeah.
so high that
Hmm.
in a game where, so I'll just give you some stats, right? He made 5 key passes in the game.
Hmm.
He had 1 assist.
Hmm.
He missed a chance. He missed an open goal chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has impacted the game in some way or the other.
Hmm.
But I get your point. People are complaining that Bukayo Saka had a very okayish game. Yes, he had an okayish game.
Hmm.
I completely agree. But in an okayish game also, he played better than a lot of United players on that pitch.
Agreed. But I think United, I think Dalot was one of their best players relatively because he managed to keep Saka silent.
I think Dalot was good and Aaron Van Bissaka was good.
Bisaka, Ericsson, yeah.
Hmm.
But eventually it just coming to Havertz, I think he had a very like positive and negative game. He was really good defensively. Um, I think he's getting into the groove. He is getting used to the side, getting used to playing. He's understanding his role more perfectly.
I think Havertz will come good. We just need to be patient with him. There's
Yeah.
nothing else. What can be done with him? I think he needs to one at least start showing that he's taking initiative.
Yeah.
He needs to at least start showing. He needs to become a better actor, I guess.
Mm.
He needs to put his game face on, maybe shove a couple of people here and there, and then you see Arsenal fans will go mad. Like, क्या player है भाई, मार दिया इसने दो player को.
थोड़ा शोकेसिंग होना चाहिए.
हाँ, ग्रैनिट ग्रैनिट जाका क्या करता था, यही करता था. अगर गेम नहीं चल रहा अच्छा तो किसी का जाके सर पे मार देता था, रेड कार्ड लेके चला जाता था.
But yeah, good one.